With October being National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Month, my goal is to bring awareness to the month, to pregnancy loss, infant loss, and the fact that people need to get help early on. Like, don't suffer in silence, don't wait. You need to get out there, and sometimes it might be a little difficult. So, today I have with me Danielle Daniels, and she's the outreach coordinator for Infant Loss Resources Incorporated, formerly SIDS Resources. Hey, Danielle.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm well. Thank you for taking some time out of your schedule to come and give some information to my listeners.
We are a Missouri based nonprofit organization, formerly known as SIDS Resources. We provide safe sleep education. So, anyone that has any kind of interaction with babies, from the hospitals, nurses, and doctors, to daycare workers, to families, we will provide safe sleep education. And for qualifying families, they will receive a baby bed as well. Because I never want to tell you what not to do and not make it easier for you, because it's so easy for me to tell you what not to do, but I also need to tell you what you can do in replace of that. We also have bereavement counseling for families that unfortunately lose their baby. So once again, I'm the education part, hopefully the preventive part, but unfortunately we have a lot of babies dying at alarming rates, especially in the African American community. So for those families, we offer counseling for the whole family, for grandparents, for siblings, for mom, dad, um, and all of our services are free of charge.
Oh, that's awesome. Say someone were to reach out to you and they're not in your service area, but they need some assistance. What type of information can you give them as far as where they should go to receive help?
So we have had that happen before, and we definitely don't want to turn anyone away, because it takes a lot of courage just to reach out when you need help, whether it's for a baby bed or the imaginable loss of your baby. So we definitely want to take that parent, talk to that parent, let them know that we are here, and hopefully on our own time, we can reach out and find an organization that we can connect them to and say, hey, here's the number to this organization, and this is the person you need to speak with. We never just want to give you a number and say good day, because we know it's not easy.
Right.
It's been times where families have reached out to us regarding the loss of their 5-year-old child, and that is not something that we provide counseling for. But once again, we know that it takes courage to reach out when you are struggling. So we want to make sure that, okay, let me get right back to you. We will make some phone calls and find the correct organization that you need to be directed to. Make sure that we have a connection with the person and give that information to you, because we never want to turn anyone away. And once again, since we only provide grief support for infants, so if you have a miscarriage or a stillbirth, that is not something that we can counsel you on. So we would refer you to Share, which is an organization that deals with those types of losses. So we definitely make sure that you are in the correct hands. We would never turn anyone away.
So is Share a local organization or is that national?
It's national, and they definitely will provide you with resources. And once again, we will connect you with a person there, not just say, hey, call Share. We will give you the name of the person that you need to reach out to. And we work very closely with them, and we'll make sure that you are taken care of.
That is awesome. That's really great. Because I know, especially with this month and then leading into the holidays, and then with COVID on top of all of that, I can only imagine that going through a loss or even having a child during this time period can be pretty stressful. And so having organizations like yours out there that are helping families, I think that's just absolutely wonderful.
Another great thing I want to say about my organization is that we really find the time to get personal with the parents. So whether that parent needs counseling, if you only feel comfortable doing it through Facebook, especially during this pandemic, we totally understand it. We have Facebook counseling. We have peer-to-peer. So even though I have not been through a loss of any infants, we do connect parents that have experienced the loss. So they know exactly what you're going through, exactly how to handle you, how to talk to you, because you all have shared the same experience. So we definitely want to make sure that the experience is geared toward that family. So whether it's peer to peer or virtual, or if you just need text, you just need us to send you handouts. Whatever you may feel comfortable in during your time, that's how we will provide that counseling. Another great thing I want to say about my organization is that we do things for the memories of the babies and the families. So we have a Strides for Hope every year, and that's a 5K walk run where we celebrate the life and the memory of the baby. um, this year it was virtual, so that was very interesting, but we still did a great job remembering the babies. Usually we release doves in their honor. This year it was butterflies. And we also have a candle lighting every year in December where we go to a church and we light candles. We show pictures and relive memories of the precious little babies. And throughout the year, we want to stay in constant contact and support with our families. So we do have family outings, whether it's to the baseball games or going painting together, or we may go to the muni together to kind of keep their energy alive. And, hey, we're still thinking about you. You want to get together, whether if they just want to go to the restaurant and just kind of relax some. We love to support our families, and we are here for them. So once again, we are located in St. Louis, Missouri. That's the main headquarters. But we do have offices in Springfield as well as Kansas. And I go also go over the bridge to the east side as well. So our number is 314-241-7437. You can also look us up, Infant Loss Resources. We are on Facebook as well as Instagram. So reach out to us. We are here to help.
Okay. And you are a nonprofit?
Correct.
So that means listeners out there, you can also give them a donation. I'm sure they can always use it.
We would greatly appreciate it, especially since all our services are free of charge.
Like she said, they do this free of charge. And if you've never experienced the loss of a child, it's something unimaginable. If you're like me and you have, you know what it's like. And so, if nothing else, think of it as a way to honor your baby, to support another family that's going through a terrible time. So, consider giving a donation to Infant Loss Resources. And Danielle, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to bring some awareness to what you all do, what you have to offer, and how you can help.
But thank you so much for having me. And one more thing that I want to make a comment on is that there is no time frame on your grieving. Even if something happened years ago and you never received counseling, it's not too late. I had an interaction with a elder lady. She was probably in her 60s. And when I told her what my organization was and what we do, she cried on my shoulder for 30 minutes because back in her 20s, her niece passed away as a baby. And that family never received counseling. So you never know. I mean, you may think you're strong and that you have moved on, but it comes out in so many different ways. And it's never too late to receive help. It's not. So once again, if it happened 30 years ago, 5 years ago, seek out counseling. We are here to help.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, because that's very true. It's never too late, and those scars, the slightest thing you may run into might open up that wound, and
Yeah.
you realize that you've never really came to grips with what happened, and counseling is a great way to try to heal from that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. If anyone has any statements or comments or wants to reach out to us, once again, Infant Loss Resources is the web page, it's the Facebook handle. You can contact me at Danielle at Infant Loss Resources. We are here to help.